Hi everyone, I'm here at NVIDIA GTC, meeting people as they're walking around and asking them a few questions about AI. Angel, welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
In 20 seconds, what do you do?
So Saptiva was born to avoid dependency with bigger players. The bigger players, they drive the innovation, but they're focused for large economies and not specific regions like LATAM. But that's what we're doing, democratizing AI for LATAM.
We heard in the keynote this morning that in the next 10 years, 100% of engineers would be AI assisted. Do you think that's right?
Yes, and I think it's going to happen earlier. I think that for specific tasks, we won't even need engineers, software engineers. Well, engineers in general, right?
Yeah.
But software engineers, I mean, there are some routines, so some tasks that you don't need, like the actual abstraction from a human, right? But yeah, I'm totally on with it.
Do you think AI will eventually be a great CEO?
I would totally see one of my companies being led by an AI CEO. But I think it depends, like whether maybe it's I don't know, an enterprise like Coca-Cola or Deloitte or some other companies like that are very human heavily led. I don't see that happening.
So let's talk a little bit about LATAM. This is your expertise. Where are you from?
Originally from León, Guanajuato, but I'm currently living in Mexico City.
For LATAM specifically, where do you see differences between their appetite for AI and adopting it for small businesses, large businesses? What do you see the trend there, and how is it different from here?
LATAM, Mexico, it's much risk averse compared to the US, right? But we have to take into consideration that all these companies that run the AI are US companies.
Yeah.
So they're focused, or they're built with the American culture, the point of view. So LATAM, it always goes and, like, okay, we're big followers. We have certain nuances, regulatory things that the hyperscalers are not built for that.
A lot of people say AI is kind of the next arms race. Every country is trying to get their head wrapped around AI for national security reasons. Do you see that happening in Mexico? What are the concerns that people have around data sovereignty, et cetera?
Those are big concerns that only a few governments or companies have just realized.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons why I started Saptiva is because, hey, we cannot be depending on outside players for our development, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, every single company is built on top of AI, right? So what happens if, for geopolitical reasons, and we're seeing that, right, with the tariffs and all that, what happens if AI cannot leave the country, or the AI will have tariffs of 300%? It might come to a point where it's going to be closed, maybe not a closed model, but a closed country, right? So regions are going to have to start building their own AI to avoid dependency on foreign players. But the problem is the data. I would start like grabbing the data sets that could be more valuable for the region, and say, okay, which would bring more value, and just make sure that it's prepared, it's fully ready to be digested by an LLM, right? Yeah. AI is like 90% perception and 10% reality, right? Yeah. So I think that the message around, hey, AI will change the world, will change your company like this, it's completely false. We have to go and start little by little and make proof that AI can do what it's supposed to do.
Well, Angel, it was very nice meeting you. Thank you for your time today.
No, thanks for the quick video.
Fantastic.